Hello. Any night owls? Just thought I'd pop on here. Oh, I have two going. Oh, now how did I do that, Brian? How do you have two live streams? Hmm. Hi, Mike. I have two. Well, I did start one up, and I don't know how to fix it. You picked the last one, great. Well, I don't know what to do with the... Am I going to get in trouble for that, you think? I I would have to shut them both down and restart. That would be the only way I would know how to do that. Just confusion. Well, they should be saying the same thing. Well, hello there, oldies and goodies. You're going to bed soon, but I'm glad you stopped by. I'm glad you guys told me that I have two live streams. Wow. Positive Bluebird. And what are you doing up so late? And how are you? Mike. Wow, I can't believe there's this many people up. I couldn't sleep, so I said, well, if there's any night owls that want to chat. Okay. Oldies and Goodies says I have two notifications and not two live streams. Okay. Oh, it's only 11:45 there. Oh, Positive Bluebird. You, if you had walking pneumonia, you need to take it easy. Just might. Guess what? I have that attitude too. I don't know how to fix it, and I'm old enough that I just don't care. Different chats. Well, that's something I'm going to have to check into tomorrow. Have any of you ever heard of such a thing? Do you think I set it up to have a friend and instead I'm on both of them? Well, whatever. So I've had an interesting day today. My hot water tank went out and I had water in the basement. That's always, and I noticed it first thing in the morning. So we've been, well, actually, my husband got the shop vac, and I think he said he got something like 45, 50 gallons out of the basement. Yuck. Luckily, the things that I do have down there are in, those hard plastic cases, so that's not a big deal. It's just aggravation. And to beat it all off, my hot water tank is not that old. Yeah, that's fun, Brian. Yeah, it was the hot water tank. So, and he tried to shut it off at the shut off valve. And evidently it's still leaking. So he had to, about 10 minutes ago, he had to shut all the water off. So I will be very busy in the morning. Oldies and goodies, I'm glad you stopped by. I appreciate you so much. Brian, I know it's less than 10 years because we've only lived here 11. And we lived here several years before we went and bought a new one. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna. My husband can fix all that. I have a multi-talented husband. Hi, Noel. Happy holidays to you, oldies and goodies. Yes. Noel, what have you been up to? Uh, my water heater could have went out on Christmas morning, so or Christmas Eve. That way there's no stores open. Yeah, I've been hearing from a lot of people, Brian, that the water heaters that you buy now just do not last. I've heard of them lasting over 30 years too in older homes. So I don't know. Just not my week. But you know what? That's happened to me so many times that I don't know if I'm used to it. Oh no, Noel. You burned your almond bark. You're making candy? So do you have a story to tell, Positive Bluebird, about the blizzard in 82 in Colorado, Christmas Eve? You took a sled to school? You know, I grew up in Michigan, and we would have snows so deep that you couldn't open the door, that you couldn't open the front door. And we still had to go to school. Now, I live in Kentucky. I live in Kentucky right now, and if you have a slight dusting, they shut the schools down. But of course, the roads were, you know, the roads here. If you slip on some of these roads, you're in bad trouble. And in Michigan, they used to plow them. Yeah, so you say your dad was a police officer and he was on a high-speed chase and got trapped in Durango. This is Positive Bluebird. We got to listen to him on a CB radio, your brothers and you. He shoveled his way in on Christmas Day. Yeah, a lot of things happen around the holidays, come to think of it, doesn't it? Yeah, Michigan was a real trip with the cold wind. I remember I used to have to our mailbox was across the street, and just to go get the mail, I remember it being so cold that I had to put on a coat, mittens, a hat, a scarf, boots. And here in Kentucky, I don't wear anything more than a light a hoodie all winter long, just a hoodie. I think we all made the forts in the snow. Washington only gets about 10 inches, Mike. Usually, if we get snow here in Kentucky, it might lay on the ground a while, but by noon, it melts usually. However, we have had snow that lasted, but in Michigan, it just keeps snowing and laying on the ground, snowing and building, thawing, turning to ice, building more snow. That you knew a girl in kindergarten in 1979 came to school in a bikini. That was Positive Bluebird. Uh, she didn't have parents, or maybe she had clothes on over the bikini and then took it off after she got to school in kindergarten. Wow. Well, I didn't know people like that. But I guess they're all over. Like the co-eds at Western State, Brian. That's funny. You guys are gonna crack me up. She came to school in the dead of winter with a two-piece bikini on. How did she do that? Positive Bluebird. I mean, if she was in kindergarten, you know, surely she had parents that dressed her or didn't dress her. That was more like the case. Yeah. Oh, I don't know how to shut these notifications off. I'm not real, I'm so in love with my phone that I got this new computer. Like it's a flip. Like you can set it up where it's touch, or it's like a laptop. And I don't recommend it because it's it's supposed to be like a tablet. No, it works better with a laptop. I just have not used it enough because, like I said, I'm so in love with this bad girl here. My Note, it's a Note 5, and I know it's getting old, but I break out into sweats thinking of upgrading because you have to transfer all. I've got like 9, 10 pages on this baby of apps that I use regularly. Oh, is this a chair? You would have to ask that, wouldn't you? No, it's my bed. Um, and I don't know. I feel funny about streaming in my bedroom, but whatever. In fact, hubby bought me this. It's a remote control. It has um, I had back problems and other issues, and he bought me this. I'm sure you've seen them. It's adjustable. See, I can raise it up. Now, oh boy, that wasn't good. I messed my computer. Um, it's got a massager on it, but yeah, I just love this bed. You can raise the feet up. The you know, it's got all kinds of different. I don't know if you can see all the controls, but it's neat. Yeah, it costs a fortune, but you know, I don't have. I don't have small children. I do help my granddaughter, a little bit in school. She's in college. She's 21 and beautiful and sweet. And she actually is a bodybuilder. She plays volleyball and she goes to college and she works part time. How could you not help a kid that does that? So, Noelle, you can use your computer, but your smartphone is smarter. Yeah, well, yeah, I'm the opposite. I just love my phone. I wonder if I could uh, shut down one of my. Uh, oh gosh, here I am. I am on twice. I wonder if I could shut one off from my phone. There's one watching on one and six on the other. You know what? I'm not gonna fool with it. Brian, yes, you do know all about Manchester, don't you? Yes, it's very comfortable. No, Positive Bluebird, that Manchester is in Kentucky. And Noelle's getting coffee. Yeah, Eastern Kentucky. Okay, oh, great. That helped. Yes. Does anyone know why, what is the deal about this that you see on every live stream now? Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Did somebody make YouTube mad or a whole bunch of people? Does anyone know? Noelle's probably like me. I'll be going for coffee. I have one of those Keurigs. You can have it in like seconds. Yeah, I read parts of it. Uh, it seems like they're coming down heavy on people. I've been hearing from a lot of people that you can't say certain words in your live stream, that they flag you. And I've been hearing, I don't know how correct it is. I guess you really need to hear it from YouTube. But I've heard that you can't say hug me. I just said it. Um, you can't say the word love. Like, I'm showing you some love. Um, and I'm an old lady. And no one would ever tell you what you could say or not say. From as far back as I was a child until here recently. And that's all you hear. Oh, you can't say that. What's that newest? You can't say, baby, it's cold outside. Now, what? People are going to have to stand up for their First Amendment. It's not just YouTube doing that either. So I don't know. I don't know, Mike, what happened to free speech. It appears to me that there's people out there that want to break up the Constitution, that we shouldn't have that many rights. That's why they've started in on free speech, guns, your right to privacy in your home. That's the third and fourth. The right to not be illegally searched. And yourself, cop comes to your door and you don't let them in, they'll break in. You know that. Uh, if they pull you over and you smart off to them, yeah. No kidding. Positive Bluebird has an idea. Now, what makes you think that? I mean, and not that I'm wanting to argue or doubt you or anything, but Uh, and yes, you can retract it. But what happens is too many people are using subliminal messages in order for somebody to go and subscribe to their channel. Okay, can you, by the way, I'm going to take this live stream down also, so you won't have to worry about it. Um, uh, can you give an example, Positive Bluebird? Like, because see, I know about mind control and how the graphics sometimes they use it on TV. If you notice your news stations, they have all them flashing bubbles and lights going this way and that way, and that's part of mind control. I study a lot of that stuff. Yes, we can't say hug. Well, you're not supposed to ask for supporters. The SUB word. Well, okay, and I'll go along with that because you know yourself, if you check out somebody's channel and every other word is a cuss word, and they're saying, hey, I need you to go SUB, my channel. And you're thinking, not in this lifetime. So, just about anyone else, I will. And I don't just SUB them. I actually, follow them and support them. I love to help the smaller channels. And I'm also a sucker for the kids. I'll watch them do their little puzzles and yeah, I spend a lot of time on YouTube. Especially when I feel bad, and and then if I'm letting some of my other duties go, or it's wintertime here on the farm. I don't have a lot. I'm actually enjoying myself from all my garden work and East Tennessee Dippers. You've been in here. Oh my goodness, and you slipped by me. I get to talking and I miss the chat. But welcome. Yeah, we're just wondering what Positive Bluebird says. What happens is when people say things like that in the chat and they actually do the S word on your channel. They're only pretending, that way you can go back and S. Okay, yes, you're right. They will tell you they went and done that when they didn't. Yeah, I know that because last week, I don't know if it was a YouTube or what, but do you believe I lost 30 subscribers in 2 days? 30. So evidently these were all liars, but you know, Noel, I'm like you. I didn't know I had a channel for years because for about 5 or 6 years I was Glenda Bills on YouTube. I didn't upload anything. I just like to watch people. I had my religious programs. I had my scientific programs, um, my political programs, my how-to, my DIY, my gardening, my herbs, my cooking. And I just watched everything. I would literally watch everything. And occasionally I'd make a comment, not every time, but I would watch them. I love to learn stuff. Uh, But and then someone told me I had a channel. I go, no, I don't. But you do have a channel if you are watching anything on YouTube. So when I decided to start making videos, I didn't want it clustered with all my old stuff because I had all kinds of stuff on there, save stuff. And um, I didn't want to mix it. I wanted to keep that more or less my personal side of what I've been doing. And then I wanted to start my homesteading channel from scratch without all the, I don't know. Jason Tiger Cat Cop Supervisor. Hey guys. Well, hello, Jason. Nice to see you in here and welcome, welcome. You lost one recently. Now, that's East Tennessee Dippers. Now, previous to me losing those 30 supporters, I very rarely lost one because, I try to go support all my supporters. Oh, that's so nice, Mike. You're going to take your dad in for breakfast with his wife. Oh, that is so nice. And I say that with envy because all my family is in Michigan and I miss them. Maybe they'll come in for Christmas, or I can always jump in the car and go visit them. Brian, I think YouTube does do that. They go through and they scrub, and I think they scrub. They say if you don't watch um, a video of a subscriber, uh, and at least watch it for 2 minutes. Now that's what I've heard, that YouTube would take it away. Well, I don't think that's true either, because in my case, because I'm pretty sure I went and watched their videos. And I won't lie to you, I have my favorites, but I still support all that I can. Mike, you're a good person, taking them out and helping them. It's 2:18 here too. Yep. Did Positive Bluebird leave and I didn't see it? Oh yeah, I see now. I better get to bed. It's 12:20. It was a great chat. Thank you for coming in, Positive Bluebird. And if I don't talk to you before Christmas, Merry Christmas. Autumn. Hey, look at there. A lot of people that I know really well are in here. Tara Cope. Hello, Tara. Huh. All right, Jason, you're leaving also. It was a pleasure that you came in. So, East Tennessee Dippers, you've been doing YouTube for a year now. Does that mean you've been uploading, or or that's all you've fooled with YouTube? Tara, what you been up to? Oh, Jason has to go to therapy in 5 minutes. Well, I wish you well, Jason. Brian, you've been everywhere. You have lived a very colorful life as far as traveling, haven't you? Hey, Buzz. Well, you slipped in on me, and you're going to be in and out, right? You got to rush to go to work. Well, I'm glad you stopped in, even if it's for just a little bit. Yeah, Tara, that's me trying to make it to everyone's channels and working on my channel and fooling with my hot water tank that's broke. And I don't care about the hot water tank having to replace that as much as I did the water in the basement. That was rotten. Time waits for no one. That's right, Buzz. Yeah, so I have to go out tomorrow and I don't know. I think I have to buy some new shutoffs and a new hot water tank for sure. Yes, I hate water problems. Yeah, but my house is a money pit. If your ceiling has been leaking very long, I have actually had, when I was first married, we were renting this place. Um, the ceiling caved in. Well, we were in a different part of the house or the apartment. Yeah, that was boom. Actually, my husband and I, we've done, we've been married 48 years. Of course, we've owned many homes. We've actually built one. Like we didn't have it built, we built it. That was a long time ago. Yeah, Tara, I don't know if you need to make some noise about that leaky roof. I mean, ceiling. It very well can. cave in. So you love doing YouTube? Yeah, not only will the ceiling fall in, but yeah, you get mold. Pink Peach. Good morning from Europe. Isn't that's why I think uh, YouTube is fantastic. How else would you get friends around the globe? Nice to see you in here, Pink Peach. Yeah, it's too cold for me to go outside, too. I don't have any flowers or plants, but I could go. There's a church on, well, I say it's on my property, but actually, my property surrounds it. A long, long time ago, uh, it was a schoolhouse, and the people that own this property, they cut out a part and gave it to the school. And it's got some deep history on it. I wanted to do a video on that. I think it goes back to the 1800s, and a little one-room school from kindergarten to 8th grade. Well, thanks for stopping in, Pink Peach. Yeah, Tara, start complaining to them and tell them you're going to go to the city or to whatever authority you have to go to, and start screaming black mold. Yep. Yeah, Noel, that school is now a church. And they cut out a little half acre. Of course, if they need extra for parking or anything, you know, I don't care. If they get on my property, I don't care. I'm not one of those get off my lawn people. Not when you have 200 acres. You know, I don't even know half the people on my property. I think they, um, illegally dig ginseng on my property, and then they go sell it. I wouldn't mind if it split it with me. Yes, Noel. Also, on the other side of the road up on the mountain, they cut out a acre of land uh, to build a house so that the teacher could live there. Uh, you know, help her out. They probably didn't pay her hardly anything. So, Brian, that's something. They turned a college bar in Johnson City into a church. Yeah, they'll turn a church into, they'll make a church out of anything. Yeah. Well, what happened? I think in 1990, in the 90s sometime, they turned it into the church. But it was a school back into the 1800s. Well, there's G status. Look at there. Thanks for popping in. Always nice to see you. So G status, where do you live? Or, you don't have to be specific. Um, I am originally from North Carolina, and then we moved to Michigan when I was a kid, a baby. And 11 years ago, we decided we didn't like Michigan anymore, and we were going to buy a farm in Kentucky, and that's what we did. And actually, we were going to be snowbirds. We were going to have a place in Florida and a place in Kentucky. But that didn't work out because once I got on this farm, it was so much work. And don't get me wrong, it was so much fun. I mean, we had a pool. We don't farm for a living. We're retired. That's why we moved to Kentucky. So, we're retired and don't need to work. So, I mean, we had fun. We'd work a while, and I enjoy growing things. And my husband likes to piddle on his tractor. Whatever it is, whatever, he calls it work. We both play. Neither one of us. And sometimes it's kind of hard work, but to us it's play. It it's always play if you enjoy it. So G status, you're in Jersey. Okay. So Tara, you live in near Cincinnati. You are 3 hours from where I live. Yep. What are we drinking today? Simple Truth water. It's some kind of vapor distilled. I'd rather have a cup of coffee. No, there's no gin in it. Actually, G status, I don't drink. And I always say, but I don't care if you all do. I don't drink, but I don't care if you do. However, I have to put in a disclaimer there. About once a year or whatever, I crave a Bloody Mary, but it can't be a regular Bloody Mary. It has to have the complete fixings. So, and I make that with vodka, a real Bloody Mary. And I use my own home canned tomato juice. Yeah. And with the celery and, oh, yeah. But yeah, I need coffee. Oh, you got coffee for me? You just made a pot? Thank you. You guys are so sweet. These are all my great friends. Okay, let's see. Brian, you got a pretty good sized uh, channel. Well, good morning, Ozarks. What I was wondering, I've been, we discussed it earlier that I try to get on and support as many of my friends as I can. And I've noticed a lot of them in live streams are all nervous. They're going, "Oh, who's that coming in?" And I'm wondering, what is it? What? So the computer, they can't come out of the computer and bop you on the head. What is people afraid of? So, uh, I, and then to come find out what it is, it's trolls. Uh, I guess they're really, really bad. And they get nasty on people. I don't have a lot of. I only had one person, uh, and I told him I'd pray for him, and he went away. Hey, they're people too. But I realized it could make you really angry if you were, like, if I had a whole room full of trolls, I would just shut it down. And that's exactly what they want you to do. Let's see, Autumn. I'm not too far from you. Uh, I am really, really close to the Tennessee line, like 30 miles, well, 40. Oh, Tara, you had a sex pervert? Now, I have to admit to you people, like, I'm nice now. You know, I wasn't always that nice in my younger days. I would have burnt his ears off, YouTube or not, uh, if I had a wrong type of, troll. But I live a little bit different now. I don't know, I'm real relaxed, laid back, and really don't, nothing upsets me that much. I think that's because I depend on God so much. So, G status, I tell you what, I'll make it next time I make a Bloody Mary. I'll make it and think of you. And Noelle says it sounds good. No, Tara, I don't drink either, but that sounds good. Yeah. Yep. Noelle does too. Yeah, Brian, that's what I would do. You get a troll, you just, you know, as far as getting all scared and stuff, no. Trolls have no life. Yeah. And they want to try to screw yours up if they can. Brian, you think it's people you know and like, maybe, that who troll you? Now, I've gotten a little put out by people if I go to their chat and, okay, you're typing on this little phone and, you actually want to see, sometimes you want to see who's in the room and what's the subject about, and whether you really want to get in that chat. And so the person, you know, doing the chat, they they see someone enter and they don't. They, I guess they get nervous and they'll say something really kind of nasty, and that, like, okay, there's 13 or 20 people in the room and only 2 people are chatting. Well, that might get you a little upset, but a lot of times, it takes me a minute or two to get into the chat. Well, whatever, second, minute, whatever it takes. Okay, G status, I will. I'll make a toast to you. I usually don't crave them until summertime because I make it. Check this out. I don't just make one. I make it out of a quart jar. I stuff it full of ice, tomato juice. I put celery. Uh, I put uh, Tabasco, Red Hot, Worcestershire, and I don't know what all else I put in it, but I load it up. I still only put, even for a quart jar, I put like a shot and a half of vodka in it. And it is not the same without the vodka. And I buy that really expensive vodka because from Europe, that's non-GMO, because I also use it in my herbs to make a tincture. Yeah, Tara, I understand. It takes a while to get in to a chat and to warm up, and they'll say, well, who's that? Who's that lurking or trolling? And I usually come in and say, yes, I was lurking. I'm the lurker. Brian, it was nice of you to come in. I'm really glad to see you. And yes, I know people do have to sleep. Have a great night, Brian. Yeah, Tara, it seems like they're accusing you of a crime, and then you tell them, yeah, that was me. What of it? What, was I doing something wrong? I mean, I don't mean to make people nervous, but huh, G status, you're ready to get loaded. You probably would get loaded if I made you one of my quart jar Bloody Marys. Good night, Brian. You really are an enjoyable person. Sleep well. Terry, you felt comfortable. I'm so glad you told me that. I hope everyone feels comfortable. And, well, you guys probably don't know this, but I will not talk about a particular. I'll talk about in general, but I will not talk about a channel, the people in that channel specifically. And because I don't think it's right. Even if I'm a little, I actually have not been angry at anyone. Uh, but I, you know, isn't life too short to go around bashing people? They're just trying to get by the same as I am, same as you are. And sometimes they make mistakes, they're too harsh, or I know people get their feelings hurt, but maybe, we can all be a little more forgiving, throw a little love out there. And now I have really made G Status thirsty. He can picture it now, even without a Polaroid. I bet you're really wanting that Bloody Mary now, aren't you? See what I started? Yeah, Tara, that's that's the thing. I have found great channels and great people, and now I will tell you, I have got on channels. And, wonder what's this one's about. Ooh, I'd get off of them fast. Some of the words people use, and I go, is that even allowed? So some of that should not be allowed. There you go with the free speech again. Though I guess I have the right to move on, but I'm pretty sure. Well, I don't know. Some of these drama channels, I didn't even know there was such a thing as a drama channel. It's all they do is get on there and bash people. Now, to me, if I got on one of those, uh, I'd have to wash my mouth out with soap, or feel like I'd, because that is so nasty talking about people. Go to that person. Now, I'm not against telling people off, but try to get their email, or somehow get a message to them that I need to talk, and then let them have it. But to do it, in a chat, G Status, you appreciate that I like your gaming and rap content. Okay. Now, I grew up in Detroit, and that's Motown. Um, they had rap there, uh, all kinds of different music, and I really like music. And now my grandson games, so I have to stay up on all the games. My grandson, Peanut XXL, I always have to give him a shout out. Tara, do you see that they have flagged you? Says, I try my best to keep my channel drama free and support everyone. Now, why would they flag that? Says, show it or hide. Okay, I'll show it, because I just don't get that stuff. Um, I have another shout out. You know who else is a great supporter? Purple Gang. Boy, they're in there. Do you all know Purple Gang? I'm sorry, Noel. I don't know what happened. I have two running at the same time. I wonder if we're all chatting on both of them. You think I'm too real with it, elegant? Um, uh, a G status, that's one thing I am, is real. You know why? I have no desire to be anything but what I am. Am I a goody two shoes? No. Am I a deeply religious person? No. Because I I don't feel right associating with a man-made religion. Now, do I follow Jesus and do I love God? Absolutely. It's my life. But religion, I'm scared of that because, especially where I live here in the South, some of these people will hang you up for wearing a little makeup. I mean, come on. So, yeah, I'm real. Oh, is Purple Gang your moderator? Yeah, he's always welcome around me. You know, he helps support my grandson. My grandson's 13, the Peanut XXL, and uh, I just appreciate it so much. And I've noticed he's around other people too, and he's always so uplifting. You are too, G status. So don't, you know. I'm glad you like my honesty because I have no reason to lie. It makes me no money. I mean, there's just no reason to lie. It's just as easy to be nice as it is, hateful. However, if you do need to get hateful, then, you know, there's a time and a place. But I usually try to find, I can be very direct with people and still not be hateful, though. I certainly would not want to hurt someone's feelings. It would bother me. Hey, Tara, have your son hook up with um, Peanut. If I'm sure he's a gamer. Are all kids gamers? I believe they are. There you go, G status. You're getting support from the channel, and I'm glad you are. I hope you all support each other. What I like about G status is he wants to be the best he can be, and he knows. Is it okay if I say something about your past? It's it's like mine in a way. I haven't always been really, really nice. I mean, I've always been a good person, but in other words, I try to improve myself I mean, if you're going to live a life, do something with it. You might as well improve your life. And I'm so proud that G Status, he's got that same drive to be the best he can be, to be better, to keep learning. And okay, I spilled the beans on you, G Status. Now do you hate me? Oh, Tara, I would really appreciate that. And when they get on his, he goes live all the time. And when they get on Peanuts, tell him your grandma sent you. Because he's always asking me to shout him out. And yeah, G Status, stand tall. You are a nice guy. Stand tall. Well, Tara, Peanut is monitored as well. And plus, I watch over him. And his parents watch him real close, too. There is Life with Linda. Hello, Linda. How are you? Linda, I'm a little down because my hot water tank broke. That isn't what put me in a bad mood. It's the idea all that water flooding the basement. Could have been worse, though. You know, if no one is hurt, it's not a big deal. Just another blip on my schedule. We have Native Grammy. Welcome, Native Grammy. I'm glad to see you. Yeah, Noel Peanut. Uh, he's good. He gets really, really excited, though, and I guess all the kids do. Native Grammy, what have you been into today or got scheduled for tomorrow? I'm going to put in so that put in Peanuts. There he is. Well, yeah, Peanut XXL is my grandson. He likes to game. And so now if you all see anything that he's not behaving, y'all let me know. And that way I'll sneak in his ear and talk to him. so his parents don't find out. Christmas shopping. I have a confession. I didn't do any. Didn't feel like it. Um, you know, I, it all started when my kids started asking me, "Mom, what do you want for Christmas? Give us some ideas." I'm thinking and thinking. And when the Lord blesses you, you know, with so much, I couldn't think of anything. So um, I just told him no. I said, you know what? I'm going to send the grandkids checks. And don't get me wrong, I told each child, I will buy you anything you want, but, I'll give you the money for it, but I'm not shopping. And hubby and I, we spoil each other every day. So I don't. Now, I hope I didn't take any fun off of you guys because I used to love to shop. I just don't feel like shopping now. So everybody's all doing their final wrap ups and wow, Linda, that is cool. You have a gift from your grandmother since you were 7. Yeah, G Status, do you shop for Christmas? Yes, I know. Yeah, it makes the kids happy. Um, I told them that I'm going to try to come up there for Christmas for a few days, and maybe we can all go out or do something really special. But now the grandbabies, I do believe in buying for the grandbabies and all little kids, and yeah, that is a precious gift. I would take care of it too, Linda. Bubble wrap it and double bubble wrap it. Yeah, gift bags are nice. Yeah. Well, see, and maybe I should clarify. All my family is in Michigan. I live in Kentucky. There's just me and my husband. Um, so I have shipped them things. I have sent them stuff through the mail. I had them, say Amazon or something, ship them something. But now one year, my daughter had me a box made up. It was so heavy, the mailman couldn't carry it. My husband had to go help him carry it. Yeah, see, I'm all into generosity at Christmas or any time. Note to self: turn notifications down. Yeah, G status. There. Uh, I don't. Uh, they're not as exciting to me either. Um, except for of course, the reason for the season. I will always celebrate the birth of Christ. Um, and yeah, those kids, they get all excited and stuff. I've heard, Noel, I've heard about those life straws. I have a Berkey, a big one of those big Berkey water filters. They're stainless steel and they're about, I don't know, a couple feet tall. And they supposed to get out all the impurities. And here I am drinking bottled water. There you go, Linda. The reason for the season. Jesus. Yep. A Brita water filter is good also. So is that zero water filter. Any water filter is good. So G status, I have no idea. Do you have kids or no? Yeah, Tara, that kind of happened to me too. As you lose family members and the dining room table isn't what it used to be on a holiday, and yeah, it's so love. Life with Linda says, "I love my town. They stood up to some people and refused to remove a lit cross. Good for them." So you don't have a wife or children, G status. I salute you. You don't have three-quarters of the problems the rest of us do. Yes, we love our loved ones, our children, and all that, but they also come with a little bit of you know drama, trouble, whatever you want to call it. Oh, Linda, your only child is in heaven. Her birthday is the 18th. Oh, I don't even want. Oh gosh, no, I don't even want to think about that. Uh-uh. Oh, my heart goes out to you for having to go through that. Zion, good morning. Thanks for stopping in. Are you a night owl or an early bird, depending on where you live? PMDB, how are you? And welcome. Look at, I can't believe this. I can't believe there's more people like me that never sleep. I take little naps all day and all night. But yeah, all kinds of people are coming in. Welcome, welcome. Justina, just her name is Jesustina. She just sent a message for God to bless me. Now, isn't that something? She's a new friend I just met. And, I am really glad to meet good people. Yeah, I am, aren't I? G status, I'm getting loved up in this room. That's because y'all know I love all you. If you let people alone, don't harass them, don't try to micromanage them. Have you all seen that people can be very, very lovely? They will amaze you. Now you go to try to stepping on anyone and shoving them around a little bit, even if it's just with words, and they're liable to, they're not all that nice, are they? Well, I wouldn't be either. So I try to treat people the way I'd like to be treated, and and I'm just watching all the people that want to and are helping homeless and children. And now, see, there's my Christmas. Okay, come on, guys. Now that is what makes my Christmas. It gets me excited. Talk about doing things for people, giving, helping. Yeah, now you got me turned on for Christmas. Okay, thank you. Now, see, just go out and be the best you can be. Special needs kids, yes. Diana, yeah. She's a brand new. She just sent me a message. She's a brand new friend, and she is amazing. Nice Christian woman. Now y'all know that I love the Lord, but I'm not. Uh, I'm not going to try to beat anything that I feel into your heads, but you know, I'm glad that you allow me to feel and to speak. What how I f- how what I love, and that way what makes Glenda Glenda. And uh, yeah, that's how I live, and that's how you get to know me. And I don't try to push off my beliefs on anyone. In fact, I respect people's opinions and beliefs. And I'm from the old school. Live and let live. How is that for a novel idea? Yes, they are native, Grammy. Some of these channels are just fantastic for helping others. Yep, yep. I try to do what I can, and I look for ways to help people. And then of course I can't forget my little animals. I try to support the stray animals and the animals. I like the rescues, but I support the shelters also. Take care of all God's creatures. Uh, Linda, yeah, I respect others' beliefs, um, and live and let live and all that. However, you don't have to associate your life. You're under no obligation to do that to anyone you don't want to. Excuse me. Um, just like I wouldn't um, invite a known murderer to my house for dinner, right? Yeah, or. And then again, if he was born again Christian and tried to leave that behind him, maybe I might. Who knows? I don't know. But I tell you what, I won't be around when I go into a channel and every other word's a cuss word. No, that stuff hurts my ears, and I back out. I don't leave nasty notes. You're not for me, and I don't even say that. I just think it. I go in and I see that, and I back out. And you all just whatever you want to do, just do it without me. And no, I'm not going to bash him. I just leave. Linda, no, I won't preach to others, um, because if you just leave, sow a seed, you know, and it falls wherever it falls, and you've done what God requires of you. You don't need to preach, you know, all the time. You know, I know people have discussions over their religions and all that, Bible studies and all that, but yeah, and you know, you hang around negativity. Guess what you're carrying around? Negativity in your life. I don't want anything to do with that, because I have a positive, loving life, wonderful husband. Of really, why would I want to screw up my wonderful life with anything other than love? So that's what I got to say about, you know, being mean to people. So let's see. This is Friday, right? The 14th. Yeah. Boy, we're getting to the countdown to Christmas already. Uh, Tara, I was only able to listen to Cab 7 just for a little while. And yeah, he seemed very nice. And then I don't know if something happened on my end. Like either my husband hollered he needed me, or one of my dogs, you know, got loose, or and sometimes I have to just up and leave. And so that's what happened with Cab 7. I was watching him, then I had to jump up and leave. So yeah, well, Tara, you have a point. Yeah, beating someone down or breaking somebody down instead of supporting them. Hate takes too much energy. You're right. Native Grammy. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't fall over dead if I heard a couple of, eh, you know, if somebody let a cuss word fall. But uh, when I go into a channel and every other word is one, I wonder what it is in that channel that I'm going to take away from it. Am I going to learn anything? Am I going to be entertained? Um, and if every other word is a cuss word or swear word, I don't think I'm going to get anything. So I just back out. But no, if people drop a bomb every now and then, you know, I won't die over it. You know, I've heard them all before. And no, it doesn't make them um, bad people. There's a few channels that swear or have different conversations. Um, I don't quite know what you're saying, Grammy, about different, because but they are for real the most giving channels that have helped people that I have found. Yeah, I agree. I just don't know what the different conversations. Um, uh, I mean, everyone's different. I just wonder, and are you referring to a special kind of different? G status, are you leaving me? Or is Noelle leaving? Which one of you are leaving? Oh, it must be G status. Well, okay then. I'm really glad you stopped in. You always put a smile on my face, and I'll be seeing you on YouTube. And you have a really good night. Oh, y'all getting buffering? Oh, you're leaving. Okay. You have a great night. I always like to see you, G status. Of course, you know that. And oh, Linda is leaving. Try to get some sleep. Yeah, I will too in a little bit. A sense of humor isn't always for everyone. Isn't that true? So Noelle's buffering. G status is leaving, and uh, Linda, Life with Linda, is leaving. Linda, you have a good night, and I'm glad you stopped in. Rest well. Gonna leave and come back in. G status, I am glad you, really, really glad. And you got to talk with some really wonderful people on here. And Tara's gonna go make her a little pizza. Uh, well, she's the same age as my daughter. That's annoying. Although it feeds my ego when everybody sends me nice messages. So, Native Grammy, what part of do you come from? Where do you live? Oregon. Wow. I know lots of people up that way. Well, not lots, a few. Yeah, Noelle, Tessie is the same age as my daughter. Well, are we running out of stuff to talk about? I mean, well, probably not. We're probably getting tired from being up late or early. Well, I have definitely enjoyed this. Let's see. Well, I have been on 1 hour and 48 minutes. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable how time flies when you get on a chat. I used to think, no way could I talk 10 minutes. Wow. What would you say? But when you have wonderful people, uh, streaming in, it's easy. So, Grammy, you live in the Blue Mountains of Oregon. So, I think that I'm going to close down the channel and get some sleep. And I guess everyone takes down their live streams. I don't know why, but I don't think anybody said anything wrong or about anybody. This has been a very uplifting uh, stream, but I don't know. What do y'all think I should do? Leave it up, take it down? I know everyone takes them down. I've heard I've heard it both ways. I've heard that since this is like a um, thank you, Native Grammy, and you have a great night also. Have some good sleep, restful sleep. I've heard that what is said in the chat room, people shouldn't be able to see, that it should stay confidential. Um, and then I have, heard people say, the opposite. So I don't know. Oh, most leave them up unless someone says so. Yeah. No one ever says anything bad on my streams. I always get the really wonderful people. Tara, you're back. Did you get your pizza? Noel. No, I was just, let's see, you were gone, right? Yeah, I was just asking, should I take the stream down or leave it up? Because no one said anything that could be, no one said anything bad or even about anyone or about anything very controversial, unless it would be me. Um, oh, yeah, I did get on my platform about the First Amendment, didn't I? But maybe they need to hear that. I don't know. Okay, so I think 1:52, almost 2 hours. I think I'm going to get off of here. And thank you all for coming in. And if I don't talk to you before Christmas, have a wonderful Merry Christmas. Goodbye now. Enjoy your salad, Tara, and good night.